Alice in Chains is not as popular as Nirvana, but believe me, they are one of the best bands ever formed on this planet. With album sales 30 million copies worldwide, is a real fact of the quality of their works. Formed in 1987, A.I.C created many hits that will always stuck in your head. Had been on hiatus for 3 years, after the death of the vocalist, the band returned to work after recruiting new members. There are many interesting events that many people may not know about during this band's journey. For more details, let's watch this video. Starting from the first thing, what was the band's first name before becoming A.I.C? According to some information, F and Mothra were the first names of Alice in Chains in the beginning of 1988. Wait a second, Mothra? Was it inspired by this? Or something else? Okay, let's continue. Then how about the band name F? The moniker F was given to the band according to Layne Staley. We weren't getting any work anyhow, so we thought it wouldn't hurt us. The band distributed condoms with stickers reading F on them. Shortly after, Jerry Cantrell changed the name to Diamond Lie, the name of a band he had previously been in. Layne Staley's old band, Alice in Chains, originally went by the moniker Sleaze, and they later changed their name to Alice in Chains. The next thing about A.I.C. Like most musicians who are inspired by their idol musicians, so are the members of Alice in Chains. Motley Crue served as Layne Staley's. He was a drummer before concentrating on his singing, and he played the drums in Red Hot. Layne sang Looks That Kill as well. Van Halen, W.A.S.P., Ozzy Osbourne, Twisted Sister, Slayer, Anthrax, and Lizzie Borden were among the other musicians Layne enjoyed. As a youngster, Sean joined the Kiss Army. He was a fan of the group and even began to sing the opening verses of Kiss drummer Peter Criss' song, Beth. Third things. Producer of Alice in Chains' self-titled album Toby Wright confirmed that 20 to 30 songs without vocals were produced. During the recording process, Layne Staley tried another track when he couldn't add lyrics to the first one. Eventually, the tracks that weren't used were forgotten. These instrumental tracks were never utilized again on a Jerry Cantrell solo or Alice in Chains album. This is sad news for fans when they get the news of the vocalist's death. Let's see the chronology of the discovery of Staley's body to the strange events in it. On April 19, 2002, Layne Staley's former manager Susan Silver learned that no money had been taken out of the singer's bank account in the previous 2 weeks, which led to questions about Staley's whereabouts. When Nancy McCallum, the musician's mother, hadn't heard from her son in 2 weeks, she had previously called 911 out of concern for the musician. The authorities rushed to the Alice in Chains singer's house to find out what actually happened to him, only to discover that his body was only partially decomposed and weighed only 86 pounds. Sadly, 2 weeks before his death was discovered on April 5, 2002, Staley died from a speedball, a heroin and cocaine mixture, according to the autopsy and toxicology report on his body. The strangest thing about Layne Staley's death. Staleys Cat Behavior led to the discovery of Layne Staley's death. Staley's mother supposedly went to his apartment 2 days before learning that his son had died, but no one was there. She was worried about her son's health when, 2 days later, Staley's former manager called to see how he was doing. She went back to his house and discovered some mail by his door. Staley's mother rummaged through the house in a desperate attempt to learn if her son was okay when she heard Staley's cat meow, something, in her opinion, the cat had never done before. After noticing the cat's peculiar behavior, McCallum concluded that something horrible must have happened and made the decision to dial 911, which ultimately led to the discovery of Layne Staley's untimely death at the age of 34. Layne Staley appeared to have foreseen his demise in an interview. "I know I'm close to death. I did crack and heroin for years. I never intended to pass away in this manner. I'm aware that I'm hopeless. It's past due. Drugs worked for me for years, and now they're turning against me, and I'm traveling through hell." Behind the song's inspiration. Wood song. Wood is a remembrance of Mother Love Bone frontman Andy Wood, who passed away from an overdose in 1990 at the age of 24. Rooster's song. Cantrell's relationship with his father, who had served in the Vietnam War, served as the inspiration for Rooster, which is arguably the band's most famous song to date. It is written from his father's point of view as he was surviving and hiking through the forests. As any young child does when a parent is absent or a family is divided. I definitely had resentments, but in Rooster's song, I tried to consider his perspective and what he might have gone through. Man in the Box songs. Producer Dave Jordan was inspired by the Bon Jovi song, Livin' on a Prayer, to instruct Jerry Cantrell to employ a voice box in the song, Man in the Box. He advised Jerry to purchase a voice box after hearing the song on the radio because he believed it would help the song become a smash. The voice box may be heard in the music video. It seems like a guitar. The object is actually a voice distorting tool. Unique things that have been done by A.I.C members. Jerry Cantrell regularly travels long for hunting trips. They took a few weeks break in November before the tour started in Memphis when Alice in Chains and Van Halen were on the road together in 1991. A.I.C missed the performance because Cantrell was on a hunting trip and overlooked the fact that November only had 30 days. Columbia Records provided him a calendar so he could make sure it didn't happen again. Sean Kinney played the drums while his hand was broken. I kept a pail of ice by the drum set and cut my cast off in the studio. I made an effort not to repeat that mistake because it was your first significant success. Black Gives Way to Blue album. Black Gives Way to Blue, Alice in Chains' first album featuring vocalist William DuVall, was released on September 29, 2009, exactly 17 years after Dirt. Numerous lyrics on the album, particularly the title track, were inspired by Staley's passing. Grammy Award nominations. In 1992, they received their first nomination for Man in the Box, a song from the album Best Hard Rock Performance. In 1993, the album Dirt received a nomination in the same category. Between 1995 and 2011, 6 more tracks received nominations, while the album The Devil Put Dinosaurs Here received a nomination for Best Engineered Album. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Have a nice day. And see you in next video.